Is your lawn a hot mess? Call Purple Walrus Lawn Company. Unlike actual Purple Walrus sightings, a beautiful lawn is not rare with us. We're the landscapers who believe in ecologically friendly grass hugging and lawn whispering. We're not here to sell you snake oil or make you sign contracts that require a lawyer. Our pricing? Straightforward and fair.
That's right.
Choose Purple Walrus, and your lawn will be the talk of the neighborhood. Learn more at purplewalruslawn.com.
Attention professional decorators and lawn care companies. Ready to illuminate your profits this holiday season? Introducing LightsForChristmas.com, your premier source for commercial-grade holiday decorations. LightsForChristmas.com offers the best wholesale pricing on dazzling twinkling lights, stunning real-looking wreaths and garlands, plus outdoor Christmas trees as large as 26 feet, and our specialized wire motifs. Whether you're expanding your business or just starting in holiday lighting, our experienced staff is here to guide you every step of the way. For your holiday lighting product needs at the best wholesale pricing in the industry, visit LightsForChristmas.com today.
This is Steve with Sam Trucking and Excavating. You're listening to Turfs Up Radio. Your industry, your station.
This is Tony from Tony's Lawn Care, and you're listening to Turfs Up Radio. Your industry, your station.
That's right. Aaron Walls with the Landscaper Roots. Before we get into any type of seriousness that I always get into on this lovely show, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and talk about something serious, and that's sports betting. All right, so how'd you do last night? We'll talk about mine real quick, and then we'll get into keeping cool out here while it's hot. What else is hot is my sports picks. All right, yesterday I did pick the Cardinals to go over the Royals, and that did happen. They came back. All right, the Dodgers. I did pick the Dodgers over the Mets. I also picked the Blue Jays. I'm pretty sure that was yesterday. That might have been. I don't know. I don't know if that was yesterday. Let me see. That was. No. No, that wasn't. Okay, I did win those. I also picked. Here, listen to this. I don't know if you guys are watching the NBA. The NBA is boring if you're just watching it. All right? Go ahead and put some money on it. Go ahead and put some money on the NBA, and it changes the way you watch it. I could give a damn less who wins the NBA. Don't care. Till I put that wager down. So I put 25 on the Pacers to win June 1st. So June 1st was what? Goodness. Was that Friday? What's today? I don't know. Anyway, I put 25 back when I first looked. I'm like, all right, I think it was Saturday. The Pacers are hot. They can do a lot of coming back from, they thrive on people saying they suck or they're just not good enough. Anyway, I bet on them to just win. That's it. I bet them to win. They did. 82.50 is what I won. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Everybody's like, oh, you're nuts. You're crazy. Now, you can listen to all these sports betting people, and they're smart. They are. They know what they're doing. They've built their own models, and they run all this stuff through there. But then there's the feeling part. You can't take out the feeling. Like, what do you feel? What do you feel is going to happen? Anything can happen in sports. Now, I've wasted a lot of my life watching sports. And I feel like there's a feeling aspect as well. So, quick disclaimer. How long do Japanese maples last before you got to pull them out? Back to sports. Okay. Yeah, I bet that. Also, hockey. Hockey it's a different animal. It's exciting anyway. So, I'm going to bet on it. I think the next game is tomorrow. I don't know. All right. Also today, I'm going to go ahead and pick Shane Lowry to come out of the bottom. Well, not out of the bottom, just the middle of the pack. I think he's going to rise to the top today. I do think he'll blow the tournament. I think Nick Taylor's going to win it. Now, do I know these? No, because anything can happen in golf. You can sink one in the water and it's over with. It happens that quick. But I do think Shane Lowry is ahead of all the competition. I think yesterday was just a fluke. They were getting used to it, warmed up, playing in Canada. It is kind of chilly up there. It's probably always chilly up there. Damn, they're already playing up there. Wow, 5:45 a.m. Let's see what else. So I've got the Cubs. I got the Cubs over the Tigers. That's a wild one. Okay, that's risky because they're both pretty good. I do have the White Sox over the Royals because I believe the Royals are a better team, but I do think the White Sox got them this week. Cardinals. I do think the Cardinals are going to take out the Dodgers. Guardians are kind of hot. I've bet against them a couple of times. They've kind of got me. So I'm going to take them over the Astros. And then I picked Kyle Larson to win the NASCAR. These are all safe bets. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lose millions. I'm betting $3 and $5 on all these. And that's how I started. I'm up $575. So if you want to have a little fun, try it. Put you a little 50 down to get started and have a little fun if you've been missing some time with some sports. Anyway, how has your week been going? Back to lawn care. We are out of my gambling addiction, I guess. Small addiction. If you are having gambling problems, there's numbers for it. I do like to have fun. Oh. I forgot the biggest one. I placed a bet that there would be a buzzer beater. I don't know if I said this already earlier this week, but I placed a $5 bet that there would be a buzzer beater. So if you watch last night's game, there was a buzzer beater, but there was still 0.03 left. I would have won $180 if that clock would have ran out. Ain't that wild? That's crazy. But if you've watched the Pacers play, they have done what they did last night. They've come back and hit a lot of last-second shots. And that almost freaking happened. I almost got it. It's wild. I jumped up out of my chair. 10 p.m. last night. I exploded out of my chair because I don't care who fucking wins. I don't. Halliburton, if he would have put a little more arc on it. Oh, well, whatever. What the crap ever. So if you heard the first teaser, how long does a Japanese maple last before you got to pull them out? What's your typical landscaping last before you got to start yanking it out and redoing everything? When you put one in, do you tell people this is going to last a lifetime? You know, you probably got about a good 10 years out of this thing with a good install. A lot of these plants are probably going to be overgrown and unsightly. What do you tell people? Oh, good morning. I don't know if I've told people you can contact the show at 812-719-9993 or email the show awalls9993@gmail.com. Or if you just want to listen live, this is a live station. So if you download the app, you can listen to us live anywhere. Also, if you've missed any of the shows, go to the website, Turfs Up Radio. You can follow all your favorites. I don't know if you guys caught Wayne and Daniel on Daniel's show yesterday. I do suggest going back and listening to that. All right. So, me personally, and I see a lot of YouTubers and who else? Podcast guys. They are telling people what to price. And I see that and I'm aware. I'm like, man, I don't think that's a good idea to tell people what to price. Because Wayne won't tell me what to price. And he's been teaching people for a long time. how to figure out what it costs to operate, but he won't tell anybody, Aaron, is what you need to price. He won't do that. So you see a lot of that on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. What walk with me? Why do I charge this? This is what you should charge. So he is fighting back against that. Like, hey, that's not a good idea. And they had a special episode, a special bulletin come on Daniel's show yesterday. And it was really, really great. They didn't come on here and talk about people being idiots or anything. They just pushed back. They're like, hey, this is what I think. This is what I know. And that's cool because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to speak that way. I just know that I see it. I'm like, oh man, I fell for this. So they're kind of fighting back in a nice way. So you, the listener, don't have to do what I did and charge what I charged just because I saw somebody on the internet doing it. And what's weird is I think these guys are listening to us because I still listen to them. Not for advice. I listen to them. We should be aware of what our customers or competitors are doing. So that's what I do. I'm aware of what colleagues, competitors, whatever you want to call them, are doing and saying. What do I do well? Well, I bring entertainment. What do they do well? They gain followers, listeners. They do it well. So I just listen. I don't know how long they maintain their audience. That would be good information to have. So the big guys like Brian Fullerton and Paul Jameson and Mike Andes, these guys are real big and popular. I don't know how long they are popular. So if they gain a YouTube person and it says they got 100,000 subscribers, I'm curious to know how long 100,000 of them actually listen or actually follow or are actually robots. Not in a striking them down manner. I am curious. How long do they have them? And I listen to them just because I'm curious as to what they're saying, what they're telling people. Why are they telling them that? I'm curious because I'm on here saying stuff. I don't want to give people the wrong impression. I don't know. Yeah. I don't want people to think I'm here to coach them or tell them to do my ways. I think that's not safe. I don't think it's fair to the new guy. I think they probably have good intentions somewhere down the line. There's got to be a little bit of good in there, right? Surely they have good intentions. But I don't know. I've seen some of their stuff and it just seems like they are or were telling people what to price. And it seems like it could be risky. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to pick it apart, but it looks and appears to be risky. Now, the way Daniel and Wayne was talking about it, they're educated on it and seasoned on it. They know. I don't. But it was fun to listen to it, not because they're picking at them, they're pushing back. So a healthy debate is something I do get interested in. I do like a healthy debate. Now, I don't like arguments or like you're idiots or you're dumbasses or stop that shit. You know what I mean? The loudest person in the room is always the scaredest. You know what I mean? That type of thing. I don't like that. I do like a healthy debate. So if Mike Andes or Brian Fullerton or Paul Jameson, if they wanted to come on, or Keith Galfus, all them guys, if they wanted to come on and debate their sales tactics towards someone who's not blasted all over the internet, but their ways are tried and true, like Wayne and Daniel, if they wanted to debate these guys, I'd be willing to facilitate this because I wouldn't know the answer either way. I wouldn't know which one's right. I would just be able to answer or not answer, ask questions. Okay, you sir. You know, all right, you sir, because I'm not gonna know. So the Wayne and Daniel and Paul and Keith and Brian and Mike, I'm openly saying every one of them guys is smarter and make more and larger business. Following everything is larger and smarter than what I'm doing. I'm just here for entertainment. I do feel like I could deliver some entertainment off of it, and people listening would get educated. Me, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm kind of slow. I don't know if I would actually catch the education. They would have to dummy it down for me, and I don't think that's part of it. You know what I mean? That would be a side. I would have to go off the air, and they'd have to, they'd have to actually waste their time on me to educate me, and not. I don't think people would want to hear that. They probably would want to hear A versus B, or I think it would be neat. I just do. I think it would be neat. So if anybody's interested in hearing that, let me know. We could always challenge our brains to see the other side. Yeah. So, and some of these contracts these guys sell look kind of risky. So yeah, and they'll hold them up, and you'll see that as a thumbnail, and you can't really see it. They'll just wave their hand around it like Al Borland. You remember Al from Home Improvement, where he would show his things that he's selling. Infomercials. That's what it looks like when they're selling their contracts. Some of them look kind of risky. I don't know that they're safe. Yeah. So, but I don't know. That would be another part of the debate where it'd be kind of cool. Like, okay, cool. Let's see what works and not. I don't know. I'm sure everyone could take something positive from everyone. I do. I watch this politics stuff, and I feel like there's both a little bit of truth and more bullshit than anything from both sides. As far as what you watch, and then the same thing for sports. So you can watch sports on TV, and then you can watch them debate who's better, who's worse. The answer really doesn't matter. It's all opinion. If you think it's fair or gonna work or the right answer when you pick this guy or that guy, it's all opinion. I don't know how I got on all this shit. But anyway, check out Wayne and Daniel's episode. It's on Daniel's Pump Station episode as let's see. I don't know what today's date or yesterday's, the 5th. June 5th, 2025, the Pump Station. It's going to be, I don't know what Daniel named it, but pull his up, follow his podcast, leave a review, grow his station. Also, jump back over to Wayne's. I'm sure you listen to Wayne's, but follow it, leave a review. And yeah, check it out. I just think it's worth the while. I didn't hear one name calling during the entire thing. Not one. A whole hour of just full disclosure on why they think it could be. And I thought it was entertaining. I do like entertainment with some education. I thought it was neat. All right, so cool. Anyway, 20 minutes into it. Let me get some coffee, and we'll be right back.
Attention professional decorators and lawn care companies. Ready to illuminate your profits this holiday season? Introducing LightsForChristmas.com, your premier source for commercial-grade holiday decorations. LightsForChristmas.com offers the best wholesale pricing on dazzling twinkling lights, stunning real-looking wreaths and garlands, plus outdoor Christmas trees as large as 26 feet, and our specialized wire motifs. Whether you're expanding your business or just starting in holiday lighting, our experienced staff is here to guide you every step of the way. For your holiday lighting product needs at the best wholesale pricing in the industry, visit LightsForChristmas.com today.
That's it. Lights for Christmas or Aaron's coffee sipping time. So them other guys, I have zero against them. I think it's great they do what they do because they are growing the industry, whether we like them or not. So what they're doing for us is good. You know, they're getting our names out there so we seem a little more relevant. People don't look at us like we're not there anymore. So we are gaining some popularity, which is cool. I think lawn care people should gain some type of popularity. That Grow It We Mow It guy, you know what? I don't know. He might be a little too far out there for me. Johnny Blades of Grass or Johnny. He's got a red truck. He has all them. I think he's got a bunch of sponsors. So I think what he does as being a popular lawn care guy is neat. But I don't know that he actually. I don't know enough about him. His is hard to watch for me. I think him personally, he's kind of cool. Yes, he's kind of cool. He's got a cool personality. But as far as what he does, But there's enough out there to where it's bringing eyes to us, which is cool. You know, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if them guys hadn't started what they were doing. Because, a bunch of them, I was pulling info or whatever and applying it the wrong way. It's not their fault. Get that straight. I'm not blaming these guys. I'm not blaming the influencer gang. But they have brought some popularity to our industry. So that is good. Any publication is good publication, good or bad, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, Corey. So he stopped watching Johnny when he got sponsored by Craftsman. And I think it's fair to say, Craftsman's been around a long time, but I feel like that's for the homeowner. Now, I'm not going to be packing around some Craftsman all day. I don't know that it's going to work. Now, if Craftsman stopped with the homeowner stuff or kept making it and then sliced it down the middle and said, all right, we're going to make a commercial brand, then we could probably see if it made it through. But I'm like you, Corey. I can't pack around Craftsman all day. I don't even have Craftsman tools. I'm not talking crap about them, but I don't want no Craftsman. I just don't think it could. Well, here I am talking out of ignorance. I don't see a whole lot of Craftsman riding, lawn tractors riding around, cutting several acres. I just don't see it. But look, now let's be honest, Corey. Did you get locked into this because of the entertainment or because of business information that was just pouring into your soul? You're like, golly, this is just loaded with nuggets. Look at these nuggets everywhere. I can't even fit all these nuggets in my pocket. Or did you get locked in with entertainment like mine? Mine has zero, maybe not zero, education or information, but there's more entertainment in my show than there is education and information. I'm lucky that Darren lets it come on. Look, he's laughing. Corey's laughing. Nuggets. The old nuggets. And I pulled nuggets from the other guys who called them nuggets. So that was a shout out to them. You know what I mean? Here, good job, guys. You came up with the word nuggets, as in like you know what I mean? There ain't no fucking nuggets on this show. I'm not changing your life. I'm not. I'm not going to change your. Not intent. Like maybe spiritually, I might give you some shots, a little bit of boost. I might say that I pray a lot and that I lean on God more than I do advertising. But don't do as I do, and we've all established that I'm not the guy to follow. I just get up early and come on the radio, hang out with you guys. I applied what other like Eric Jones and Wayne and Adam Linneman and Darren and Jeff Hesser. I've applied what that crew installed into me, and I used it, but I can't communicate that to you. I don't know how to do that. I can't. I don't know how. It's not my intentions because I would mess it up. So I just bring entertainment. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm your guy. I can probably crack you up a little bit. The only thing hotter than my show is the weather. That's bullshit. It is getting hot though. Corey, has the heat reached you out there yet? It is muggy. I walked outside this morning and I went, whew, it's time. It is here. Now, I still have sweatshirts in the dryer. It's that fast. All right, for the next 3 months, my weight loss program is on point. Okay. So the heat hasn't reached out there yet. So it's muggy, buddy. Here it is hot. So I thought I'd dive deep in how to keep cool when the heat tries to cook you alive out there. So grab some water and then get out of your tennis shoes and back into your Crocs because it's too hot to be mowing in full shoes. All right, get back into the Crocs. It's Croc season, boys. You can even go barefoot if you want. Go on and go barefoot. All right, it's too hot to be in boots. It's too hot to be in tennis shoes. We're going straight Crocs. We're taking off the back strap. We're mowing straight Croc. We're jean shorts and a visor. There's a dude on YouTube, Ray's Lawn and Landscape, or Ray's. I follow this dude. He's probably got 3,500 followers now. Pretty sure I've seen this dude mowing in Crocs. I'm not stabbing at him, but he's been doing it for 20 years or 25 or 30. This is one of them guys you can't tell nothing. That's exactly me. You can't tell me shit. But I've seen him in Crocs and a visor and jean shorts. And he loves to talk about getting bi-weekly mowing, and he talks about making $200,000 a year. Does he know that he's actually making $200,000, or does he think it? I don't know. Me on the outside, I'm not smart enough to look at his books and go, see right here, this is where you're not. I'm just thinking with the way he speaks, he's probably not. He just probably has good cash flow through the summer. And he does a few other things that supplements that, and he probably just thinks that the grass mowing makes money. Because it looks like this dude's busy Monday through Sunday mowing grass. And if he's doing that, I'm just thinking like, so for you to be making $200K, you got to be cash flowing weekly, like, I don't know, close to $1 million, right? It'd be what, 25%? on a good day or on a good year. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not smart enough to pick this apart. So, or if he's just seen 200 for the entire year, then that would mean he's probably getting close to what? What is 25%? What's that? 40 or 50? So he would have to be doing a lot of side stuff. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not good at this part. I just look at it like I've got a lot of gray information where I just think I'm like, I don't know, man. But anyway, he's in Crocs. Not all the time. I've just seen him in Crocs in a couple of videos and the jean shorts. I'm like, man, this is awesome. Not because I dislike the guy. I'm just like, this is who we don't want to be like. I don't. He's the guy that, loves being a local hero. I can obviously tell he mows rural lawns in a warm climate. So he's probably mowing more than 30-something times. He probably mows through December. It looks like he's down in the Georgia area with the trees. Now, what just the trees makes it look like he's southern style. Now, I'm not picking him apart. I'm just saying I don't want to be in Crocs. I don't want to be in jean shorts. No matter how hot it gets. And this isn't a stab at him saying he's a loser and all that shit. It's just, I'm not trying to look like that. So I do mowing pants. I do weed eating pants. This year I'm trying mowing and weed eating in long sleeve as well. So I have the moisture wicking cooling shirt. Yeah. I'm going to try that and see if it keeps me cooler. I have been in the t-shirt and khakis and boots. And I keep a cooler full of water. The ice water on the trailer. So I'm just telling you what I got. I'm trying to shoot it off the top of my head what I got as far as keeping cool. Now, there's no AC in the work truck. I guess I could consider that, but once it gets so hot, I try not to get near air conditioning until I'm done for the day, because once it hits me, it feels like it sucks all the energy out of me. I don't know if it's age or exercise plans after work. I don't know if there's any factual information that causes that. But once I hit like super hot, swampy, leg scratchy time, I don't know that I want to. I've never been successful at getting too hot, hitting air conditioning, and then try and go back to work. Usually what I try and do is find a shade. I got a little Milwaukee fan I'm going to take with me this year. I'm going to take it, sit in the shade, and try and just cool off that way. I am going to try and find ways to keep cool. I mean, I've found trees and stuff like that and just hang out, or, just take a break, drink water. I know when I'm too hot. But I've tried the air conditioned thing, and it would just, man, it would knock me out. Can you guys do that? Do you guys jump in the truck and cool off that way? Is that good on your vehicle to sit in your truck and let it run for 20 minutes when it's 110 degrees outside? Do you do that? Are they built for that? They are built for that, but what's that do to your engine? What's it do to your vehicles? What's it do to your seat? My God, guys, you stink. You guys stink. Quit doing that. You ever get in a buddy's lawn truck? You're like, I know what you're doing when you get hot. You're getting in here stinking. Stop doing that. You can't have lawn buddies coming over, hanging out, sweating in your seat. Stink seat. You can't get that smell out of there. You got brand new lawn trucks and you got your sweaty applicator guys. Oh my gosh. I rode around with Blake for, what was that? Back in 2000, a long time ago when it was hot. And we'd get in there and he'd fire up the AC. And then, so the mix of them chemicals that get on your boots and then all that stinking. And then you got two sweaty dudes in there, sweat pouring off of them, all that leaking into the seat. And then you get in there the next morning, you're like, yeah. You know what this smells like? It smells like mashed potatoes that's been in a jacket all summer. That's had mice living in it. Like, ugh, this is bad. It's real bad. All right. Hopefully you guys can smell that. It's so hot. I saw a squirrel fan itself with a Chick-fil-A receipt yesterday. That's hot. Does it feel like your seat is a George Foreman grill? Does it sizzle when you sit down on it? What's up with black seats? Knock it off, manufacturers. If you're listening, quit making black seats. Don't put anything black on the seat. Now, they will tell you that there's a cooling technique that they use when you sit on it. It's not hot to touch, but it's, if anything is black, it's still absorbing all that heat. You know what I mean? So if you're sitting on it and the backside is black, it's bringing that heat in. It's hot. It's hot. Hot will beat you up. Now, October, when we're hanging Christmas lights, this shit's hot. You gotta find ways to stay cool. Do you guys put off certain types of jobs when it starts to get hot? I'm asking for a reason because when the news comes on, they're like, all right, dude, look, it's hot. Even though it's an office winter in here, we can see outside where the pavement's melting. So we're not going out there, but if you have to work out there, you're going to get hot. You need to take a break every 19 seconds. So when they start talking like that, do you put certain types of jobs off? I was going to say the same thing, Corey. Mulch. Okay, boys, this one's going to wait. We ain't shoveling mulch when it's 115 degrees. You can't even get the shovel in there. The mulch turns to dust. It's flying around. It's all over the back of your neck. They might push it to Tuesday when the heat index is below 97 degrees. Then we can get out there. Try and get all the mowing and everything done. I don't think you can spray when it's that hot, can you? I don't remember. I don't remember if you can spray when it's that hot. I'm not educated on it, but I don't think we did. That's not my strong suit. I think you just had me mowing. Mike said you can't spray. All right, so once it hits a certain temperature, spraying's out. It's over with. Do you keep different shirts, or do you try and hurry and get that first layer to be sweaty, and then if you wear 2 layers, that top layer keeps you cool? There's certain chemicals you can spot spray with. Okay, I wonder what that is. Probably broadleaf, I guess. My guess. I don't know. I'm not educated. I don't know. Do you cool them off with water, or do you not like being all soaking wet? I've got a long driveway here around the farm, so I spray the shit out of some Roundup on here so the weeds don't take over my driveway. Yesterday, I guess the pressure built up in my 2-gallon sprayer, trying to keep the weeds around the shop down and to my driveway, and I don't want it around my snowplow. So I hosed it down the concrete where it's coming. Anyway, I went to go pick it up, and when I did, the handle came up. So and it wasn't all the way full. But when I tried to push the handle back down, all the water come out, and the Roundup went all over my legs and shirt, all over my face and neck. And it was in the morning. I'm like, gosh damn, why has this got to happen to me? And it's already hot, so I'm probably my last name's gonna go ahead and be Roundup, Aaron Roundup from now on. It felt like a spray tan. Of course, I'm Hispanic. I've never had a spray tan, so I don't know what a spray tan would feel like. Anyway, I ran Roundup from head to toe. I'm like, God. So I did the right thing and just wore it the rest of the day. What's a guy gonna do? Stop everything. I did wash my hands because I like to rub my eyes a lot when it's sweating. I felt like it was okay to have it on my chest and thighs and face and neck. It really wasn't going to hurt me that bad that way, but couldn't have it on my hands. Just couldn't do it. I didn't want to rub it in my eyes, you know what I mean? I did the right thing and just ignored it. I don't suggest that as a good way of keeping cool, but it did cool me off. I did go outside, notice it was super hot. I'm like, here it is, here. But when I did dump a bunch of Roundup on me, mixed Roundup, so it did have some dilution to it, but it did cool me off. So that's a wrong way to do it. Once again, my show, wrong way to do things. You're welcome. What's the funniest thing you guys have done to stay cool? I have reseeded a lawn in August. That's right. You can educate people all day long. you can say, "Hey, this ain't gonna last." They're gonna say, "I didn't ask you if it was gonna last. I asked you if if you're gonna do it." I went, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was gonna do it. I'm just saying, it's gonna die. I mean, it's not like we're trying to, do the right thing here. We're just trying to put some seed down like you wanted. Anyway, I ground it up real hard and with a teeler, and then I put the seed down in the straw and the water just like they wanted. And then by the time I got done, I was laying down in bare dirt. I was rolling around because it was hot. I couldn't breathe. And when I looked up, the neighbors were looking at me. It's like they had stopped drinking their water and like, what in the hell is going on over here? Like, I'm okay. I just can't breathe. Because I was fat. The AC broke in Corey's truck. He's got a icy breeze machine. I wonder what, let's see. Mike. I am going to look like the dude from the Goonies. Hey, you guys, that's going to be me. Icy breeze cooler and potty and put it in the back seat. This is serious, Corey. Send me a picture of this. We're not messing around here. We're trying to stay cool. This sounds like a good idea. This actually sounds like a great idea. I don't know what type of contraption you've manufactured over there, but I might need your idea. All right, because I don't want to sit in the air condition. But if I can cool the thighs off, this is a great idea. I might steal it and act like I manufactured it on here. We're going to wait a few weeks. If it works, I'm going to block Corey. That way he can't hear it. And I'm going to act like I manufactured this thing and sell it online. I'm just kidding. If what you're doing is working, I'm probably going to steal it. So the clothing and footwear recommendations, once it gets that hot to where the pavement's burning my feet, I try and go barefoot. That's a lie. I don't wear Crocs either. I just kind of tough it out. I did wear them Cujos and, man, I tried them. Look, okay, I tried them. I did it. I did what everybody else did. I followed the popular route. Bought them damn Cujos and they hurt my feet. Not only that, they were hot. Other guys have success with them. I don't and didn't. Now, I'm not stabbing them in the eye because they're selling a lot of shoes and a lot of people are loving them. I'm glad they love them. That's not what kept my feet cool. I had to go back to the New Balances. Right now, I wear muck boots that are zip up and keep my feet dry because it's still springtime and everything's wet. All my ditches they're still wet. You know what I mean? I got 99 ditches and waters in all of them. Let's see. So Carhartt has Force Gear for moisture wicking. Arctic Cool shirts. I don't know if you've seen them. Here's some shoes. Merrell Moab ventilators. They're supposed to be tough and breathable, so I don't really know. Now, I do have Crocs for the ride home. I have dudes for the ride home. Once the day's over, I'm kicking out of them because they need some time. They need a hug. My feet need a hug by the end of the day. On the way home yesterday, Tessa goes, "You want to do a couple more?" I'm like, "Get out of my truck. Get out right now. Don't you dare say that. I don't want to do one more. You forget you ever said that. We're not doing any more. My feet hurt. Give me my Crocs. Give me my dudes." Salomon trail shoes. Lightweight and grippy for yard slopes. Have you ever wore cleats on a hill? Here's the thing. I've seen some dudes on YouTube talking about wearing cleats on a hill. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I'm feeling like if I got to wear cleats on a hill, I got the wrong yard. Maybe I need to spill that Roundup bottle over there. Do you have Mission cooling towels? Now, here's the thing with cooling towels. Those can actually be dangerous. There's a right way to use them and a wrong way to use them. I don't know the actual thing, but I don't use them. I feel like it tricks your brain. I think the best way to do it is actually drink cold water, but as far as a health fact goes, don't listen to anything I say because I could blow this way out of the water and be totally wrong, and so don't follow me on that. Daniel, he said yes. Don't put them around your neck. A lot of the kids we coached in softball was always wanting to dip them in the ice cold water and put them around the neck, and then they expect these children to play in the sun all day, and it was creating a lot of issues. They wouldn't make it all day, and I think it had a lot to do with them neck cooling towels. It was sucking the energy out of them. It was tricking them. Their body wasn't cooling down. They stayed hot longer. So we asked the parents not to do that. Leave them at home. Because a kid is going to, anyway, I don't know the educational purpose on that. I cannot give it to you. Stay tuned for Daniel. He's probably more educated on that, but the towels, I do avoid that. I don't know about cooling your shirt off though. I have gotten one wet and thrown it on before and kind of just let it breeze through me. I have done that. I've gotten way too hot and tried that. And that's worked in the shade and just chilled out. And it doesn't really take long for it to dry out either when it's that hot. Now, I do wear a straw hat. I wear it when it's cold too, because I do want to protect myself from the sun. The more I realize how much I'm in the sun. Now, I don't think this is going to last forever. I do think my body's telling me, Aaron, you probably got maybe 1, 2, max 3 more years of this before you're really ready to hire your spot out. Let's see. Daniel's got the educational purpose. All right, around your neck actually heats you up because the blood going to your brain is cold and it thinks your body is cold, so your body heats up. So there you go. I appreciate you listening, buddy. Didn't know you guys really listen. So that's awesome. Sunglasses. I always make sure everybody's got sunglasses on when they're around me. I try and keep mine on even when I'm going outside. Here's why. Here's why I think we really, on a serious note, need to protect ourselves from the heat and the sun, is because I got 3 kids and they are going to get married and walk down the aisle, and I want to be there for that. So I feel like it's better to expose my hands and I guess a little bit of my face because I wear a big straw hat, and now my hands are the only things that are exposed to the sun direct, and I guess my face. But it still has the big shade from the straw hat. So I do want to hear my kids say I do. I want to be there for that. So I have really taken this protecting my skin and heat protection and all that. I've really been taking it serious. Also, Laner, huge shout out for helping me get insurance. Now, I know you guys have heard me talk about this battle, so I'm going to jump off the heat and just give them a quick shout out to the Profit Circle because Brad Stewart, I think is his last name, but his first name is Brad. Me and Brad are friends. We're friends now. Probably going to do some fishing, some hangouts, maybe some cookout. If I have to, I'll get a polo and play some golf. We're friends now. He gave me comfort. I've been doing Christmas lights this many years. I have equipment that I've been told I've been packing around that was not insured. I've been fucking driving around with an $18,000 tractor that is not insured. I've had a Ferris lawnmower that is not insured. I sent them everything I got. He's like, there is no itemized thing on here, Aaron, that says your Ferris or your tractor is insured. I said, this is bad, Brad. He said, we're going to get you covered. And I found it. He said, I have this all the time. All these contractors. That is insane. If you think you're covered, check it. Don't take these insurance guys' word for it. Read it. Read your shit. I went into an insurance agent. I said, this is what I need covered. He said, yeah, you're covered. I'm not covered. I'm not. I wasn't. Now I paid a bill. I didn't read it. Are you reading your shit? If you're not inside the Profit Circle, you're missing out. It's $20 a month. I just lied. It's $25 a month. It's $30. I don't know what it cost a month, but it just saved me $1 million. Maybe. Maybe it saved me my house. I don't know. I do know that I've been very stressed out about it, and I was fixing to have an explosion that had nothing to do because I could feel this tension in me rising because I felt like I was not covered. That's the reason I'm in the Profit Circle. That's why I'm in there. Listen up for Daniel and Darren and Wayne. They're bringing the value. I'm just applying what they're bringing. So, you've heard about my insurance battle. Brad's out of the office today. He's going to get me covered Monday. I'm swiping the credit card. Oh, I'm in trouble. Guys, Darren's getting ready to call in. I'm in trouble. I am in trouble. But I feel like I've done something wrong. I'm going to get in trouble. Let's see. He says he's going to call in. I'm going to call him. He's got something to say. I'm about to get in trouble.
Please leave your message for Darren Bruner.
Uh-oh. There he is. Darren. Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me see if.
I would jump in real quick. I know
Oh, okay.
you got some good stuff going on, but I have to remark about something.
Okay. All right. Your stuff's more important, guys. You're listening
No,
to.
it has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was in trouble. Thought I was gonna get fired on the air. You're out.
No way. Wait till you hear this.
What do you got?
How'd you do in baseball yesterday?
I did really good. Look, I did really good. Not only that, let's see. I don't know if you heard him yesterday. Let's see. I can pull him up. Nah, I can't pull him. I did good. I got 3 out of 5. I don't know if I picked the Phillies or not because I'm picking 5 or 6 games a day, and I'm winning more than I'm losing on them.
Well, today is a very sad day for us here at the Gruner household.
Why?
For a couple of reasons. Nothing tragic, just ridiculous. My wife is good friends with a Major League Baseball pitcher's mother.
Yeah.
His name is Jesus Luzardo.
Okay. Wow.
He is the pitcher. He came from Miami, actually. He grew up in Parkland, real close to where we have a house. Renee worked with his mother for a very long time. And knows her very well. Very nice people, right?
Yeah.
So, as we are proud to say that we know a Major League ball player, which is always nice, right?
Yeah. He's from Peru,
Today
right?
he's not a proud. Today, no. They're from Florida, but he's. I think he's like. He might be Peruvian. He might actually have a little. I can't. I don't know. Renee knows. She's close with her. I'm not. Today's a sad day.
Why?
And if you follow baseball, you know why today's a sad day for us. Because according to MLB.com, right?
Yeah.
Luzardo became the first player in MLB history. The first. It's always great to be the first, right?
Yeah.
To allow at least 20 earned runs in under 6 innings across 2 consecutive starts.
Oh, yeah. I did pick the Blue Jays. That's right. I picked the Blue Jays.
Oh, my God. He's the first pitcher in MLB history to allow 20-plus earned runs in fewer than 6 innings pitched in a span of 2 starts.
Well, here we go, because I've picked – the Phillies have been hurting me. I've actually been losing them and the Yankees. Now, I have a lot of faith in the Yankees and the Phillies.
Yeah, the Yankees.
To do well, but yeah. I'm not betting well with them.
Yeah, well, I always knew this. Never bet on a Philly or on Eagles, Philly, Flyers. You can't bet on them. You just can't. They know exactly when to choke. They know. I mean, they might do well. I remember when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, the first time they played New England and beat them.
Yeah.
When Tom Brady got the ball back with I think 2 minutes left in the game, and all he had to do was score a touchdown and win, I turned the TV off. I said, it's over. There's no way. I couldn't believe that they ended up winning. Because that's just the way we are. That's just the way the team is. I guess I got to say we when we win. I say we when we lose. I should say we too.
With the investment we have emotionally with these teams, I do feel it's necessary to call it a we. You know what I mean? Because you cannot get emotions back. So that is an investment they are getting from you. So I definitely say we.
So the Yankees, right, I do too. And the Yankees are up. They're in first place in the American League East right now. There's 38 and 23. They are. I like this. They used to do. They used to do last 10 games 7-3. They won 7 out of 3. Let me see here.
What about a hot dog? Did you get a hot dog up here yesterday?
No, did you see that though?
Yeah.
I told you that the hot dogs were in set.
I saw the
Let's
stand.
see. The Blue Jays are now, because they've won 8 out of the last 2 because of the Phillies. So they're in third place.
They are now. The Blue Jays are helping my bets. They are covering my bets. I've been doing well with them, and believe it or not, the Cubs.
The Cubs are in first place in the Central. They have 39 wins. They're tied to the Mets. Dodgers are right there at 38 wins. Of course, we beat the Rockies, who have won only 12 games. Those are the teams we beat.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, this is terrible. It really is terrible. And I've dedicated myself to watching every single game this year. You got to get into it. If you don't get into it, you forget about it. Oh yeah, and then you don't watch it. I watch videos of people just going to the games and they're just partying and they're not even watching the game.
Well, Daniel said he stopped saying "we" after Kentucky basketball perfect season ended in 2015. Emotionally disengaged now. Traumatic event. Well, they were supposed to win it all, right? And they went out the first round. I think they dropped it in the first round, didn't they?
Oh boy.
Sports are a big thing. I see why people bet on it now. I've been missing out.
Listen, back in the old days, you said it was, they didn't have obviously,
apps.
Call it recent sports like we do now. I'm talking about old days, like go back in the Empire days or the Roman Empire days. The king had an arena, and he made up games because everything's about sporting and betting and just the way it is. That's how we're wired. We just like to see competition. That's great. It's crazy when some people are not into competition. You wonder if you're like you and I, we're into competition. We like this, and I'd be like, what drives people that aren't competitive like that? You got to be competitive. You got to be competitive somewhere, right?
Yeah. Look, in lawn care, there's a lot of competition. We're competitive. Wayne, he's got a lot of passion and, teaching the right way. And there's other guys that are trying to teach a softer, softer way. And I feel like that's a healthy competition.
Yeah, Wayne's definitely got some competitiveness in him. I'm not sure if he likes sports, but I know he's definitely competitive.
Yeah.
I know he has that competitive personality.
I think we have to get money.
Which is good. I think so.
Yeah. And Eagles fans. Now, look, Eagles fans are different. I've met some fucking Eagles fans. These guys are wild.
Yeah.
They are passionate.
Cool.
But you guys have, you have all 5 sports, or I'm going to say 5 major sports because I think women's basketball is actually a major sport now. You guys have 5 actual teams now in Philly. You got baseball, basketball, football, hockey, and you also have women's sports there now, right? So you got all 5 that you can have everything all on one plate. You can't do that here in Indiana. You got basketball and you got football. That's it, major.
Well, you can pick up other teams in different states. That's what I did when I lived in Alabama. That's why. when I lived in Bama, I liked the Steelers. Because I was I liked Terry Bradshaw back in the day.
Wayner's competitive in sports too.
Oh, he is? Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Who does he like?
I don't know. I would assume Louisville or Kentucky, but I don't know. I've never really heard him say anything about sports other than the high school football. Gosh dang, what is it? Trinity, and that's a big thing. That's a big rivalry. So I've heard him talk about that. But as far as national level, I haven't heard him say anything. I don't know who his teams are. I don't know. Shit, I got your. I'm logged into your time. Let me click off here. This is Aaron Wallace with the Landscaper Roots. Are you ready?
Well, wait, not yet. Wait, hang on a second. I'm gonna jump on a second. I'll tell you guys what I'm gonna talk about too today. But I have to do something for somebody just to ask me for the Turfs Up Radio app, and I have it on my phone here. I think this is it, and I have to give it. Let me see. Yeah, good. I can share this. It's cool. Let's see. Copy the link, and I'm just. Okay, copy the link. I think that will work. Just got a text saying that somebody wants me to send it to them.
Are you talking to Steve Cullen?
No. He better have the app already. But it's funny because I was talking to somebody yesterday. I said, what about, do you have all those podcasts? He said, I listen to podcasts, BNC podcast, stuff like that. And I said, when I tell you what, I said, I like podcasts also, but I'm always like during the day, I don't feel like searching for a podcast. I don't feel like searching for one. So I actually like the concept. And it might be biased. It might sound biased, but the reality is I like being able to just go onto my phone and hit Turfs Up Radio. And, you can just listen to, Turfs Up Radio. You can listen to green industry stuff. So it's kind of cool. And he's like, oh, man, it really is a good idea. I'm like, yeah, we've been doing this for I don't know how many years now.
Yeah.
So he said, that's a good idea. So he says, I'm going to download the app. I'm like, well, what? I've known you for I don't know how many years now. You're just going to download the app now? But it's going to be great because we're going to have some. I told Eric, tried calling me. I was in the city yesterday. I didn't get a chance to answer the phone. I was kind of in weird spots. But, yeah, I think he's going to go on at my time at 8 o'clock. And what I'll do is I'll go on at 10 o'clock, Wayne's time when he's not on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll go on at 11 and maybe do a 2-hour in between the time. I want to keep it going until at least noon.
Yeah,
that'd be great. But let me jump up. But I'm gonna do. I got a special. I'm gonna do a show on the proper way. Now listen, this is good for you. Also, Aaron, I'm doing this with you in mind, just so you know, because I don't want you to be afraid of going to the next level.
Yeah.
You're doing these things. You talk about, I'm not there yet. And I hear guys saying, I'm not ready to do design build yet, but I want to kind of map it out for you to show you that it's not as hard as you think. You're always afraid to try new things. And, you're just reluctant. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to map it out for you to make it feel good to do. Like I'm going to make it easy for you. So during the show, I'm going to talk to you about specifics, as I go through the day, through each day. I'm going to talk about specifics and show you how easy it is. Just explain to you how easy it is without showing you any kind of graphics.
Right on.
Cool?
That's pretty cool.
So I encourage you to listen. I know you got a busy day. Turn on Turfs Up Radio. Listen to this, what I'm talking about. I'll explain to you exactly why I think that you can move to the next level and start doing bigger projects, starting to, not little walls anymore, start building big structural walls. I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to get your brain set, your mind set, ready to go and do that so you can make good money, okay?
That'd be fun. I love money.
Sounds good. All right.
Are you ready for the switch?
You can switch it over. Yep. And I'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right. This is Aaron Walls with the Landscaper Roots. Come back next week and you can hear all kinds of fun stuff or unfun stuff or whatever. Stay cool out there, guys, and read your insurance. Today's tip of the day, read your actual insurance. Make sure you are actually covered and someone is just not telling you you're covered.